YouTube, fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one, fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, definitely share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Let's get right into the story. When you grow up having siblings, and most families, it's instilled in their kids early on that y'all look out for and protect each other. If it's two brothers, if one fights in the neighborhood, more than likely the other is right there beside him. That protective nature of making sure your family is straight at all times really goes to the next level when you have a brother who is looking out for his sister. Most boys that have that will go to war with the whole school about somebody messing with their sister, especially if she is little sis. As individuals get older, start to date, fall in love, their brother or sister could have a few different reactions. Either they could despise the person you are dealing with, like them, and feel like you made a good choice, or keep their opinions to themselves and respect your decision. Because no matter what, once a person gets grown, nobody or nothing can stop them from being with who they want to be with. But when you start seeing somebody you love hurt, that's when that protective nature kicks back in, especially if a man is getting physical with your sister. Some people feel like if that person wants to stay in a toxic relationship, that's on them. But others will make sure they are there in every way to make sure they can help their peoples get the safety. But depending on who their significant other is and how they play the situation, things can quickly go from bad to worse. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to Houston, Texas to discuss a man's attempt to help his sister get away from her boyfriend that turned fatal. Back in 2022, a woman who we will call Andrea for the sake of this video was in a committed relationship with a 28-year-old man named Kempsha Wilson. Andrea had 2 daughters who lived with her at the Collingham Apartments in Houston and was trying to build a family with Kempsha. The two started out good, but allegedly things would go bad after a short time when her boyfriend Kempsha would flirt with other girls or message with them while at the family home, in which they shared. When Andrea would get fed up and confront him, arguments usually turned physical, to the point people started calling their relationship toxic. And most wondered why didn't Andrea cut her dude off, including her brother, 32-year-old Spencer Nichols. Described as a big guy with a protective nature who didn't play about his family, he often intervened when his sister would let him know her and her dude were fighting. Not wanting no harm to come her way and not wanting his nieces to witness that. Spencer would often tell Kempsha, if you're not going to be a man and take care of and respect my sister, you can leave her alone. But the couple always chose to stay together. Then on Valentine's Day, February 14, 2022, the couple were enjoying each other's company at home when Andrea realized Kempsha was texting another woman. Heated, he was carrying it like that while they were spending the day together, she confronted the man. After going back and forth, the conversation quickly turned to an altercation and things got physical, with Kempsha putting hands on her. To protect herself, she pulled out a gun and told him to leave her home right now. Feeling like she was bluffing and didn't mean it, Kempsha kept antagonizing her and attempting to get back in the house. Andrea let off a few shots just to scare him off, which made the man finally leave. Fed up with the situation, she called her brother Spencer for help. And just like always, he came to her protection, leaving his home with his own 3 kids, going to pick up his sister and nieces at the apartment. He decided for their safety, they should come stay the night at his house. When he arrived to help his sister leave, Kempsha pulled back up, this time with an AK-47 in his hand. He threatened the brother and sister and told them, I will let this chopper go and get rid of both of y'all. Again, Spencer kicked into protective mode, telling his sister stay in the house while he calmed Kempsha down. After a brief conversation, the man left with the gun without incident, and Spencer loaded his nieces and his sister up and left the apartment to head to his house. The next day on February 15th, Andrea and the girls told her brother they needed more clothes, and all of their items were at the apartment. He told his sister, "No worries, sis. Let me get my kids ready, and we will go over there and grab your stuff." Andrea, her 2 girls, Spencer and his 3 kids went back to the apartment. While there, Kimsha pulled back up with 2 other people. He hopped out gun in hand like he was already waiting for Andrea. She attempted to pull her weapon out, but Kimsha took the gun from her. Now with 2 guns in hand, he confronted Spencer before pistol whipping the man in front of his kids and nieces. Instead of leaving the situation like that, he then put a gun to Spencer's chest and let off a shot before fleeing the scene. Andrea called police, who responded to the complex to find Spencer suffering from a gunshot wound. He would be rushed to a local hospital, but unfortunately, he wouldn't survive his injuries. As police spoke to Andrea, she told them her brother was helping her get out of a toxic and violent relationship, and she was done. She told them about the events on Valentine's Day, and that she was coming home the next day just to get her and her daughter's clothes to stay with her brother for a while so Kimsha could leave them alone. And that's when Kimsha confronted Spencer, taking the man's life in front of his kids. A warrant was put out for the man on first-degree hit and other charges, but Kimsha was on the run. Not too long after, he was arrested on an unrelated drug charge and taken into custody. Right after, he was indicted on the hit charges. As the case started making its way to trial, prosecutors pointed out Kimsha's history of going to prison multiple times, stating he was violent and had plenty of chances to redeem himself in society. The judge agreed, and at the end he took Spencer's life for helping his sister in front of his kids. He was sentenced to life in prison, convicted on all charges. Rest in peace to Spencer. I send my prayers and condolences to his family, especially his kids. It used to be a code not to touch a man when his kids was around, but recently it's been like 5 situations that I saw that men lost their lives while their kids were standing right next to them, traumatizing them. Most people get to the point if their family is in a volatile relationship, they stay out of it until they are ready to leave. But Spencer did what a lot of people choose to do, help their peoples or push them to leave for their own safety. He did nothing wrong in my opinion, protecting his sister. But I'm going to end this one with a question. If a sibling or family member call you for help in a situation like this, would you tell them to call the police, just stay out of it, or come to their rescue like Spencer? Let me know in the comments. And remember, we got to succeed not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, crazy situation. Rest in peace, that man. But I ain't going to talk too much more about this one. Y'all definitely let me know what y'all think in the comments. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. This is another episode of Hood Tales. This your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.